Students, today our topic is motion in a plane, that is, motion in two dimensions. When an object moves in a plane with uniform velocity, it actually moves along a straight line, and the motion of the body can be described by two rectangular coordinates. Two-dimensional motion of an object with uniform velocity is a combination of two one-dimensional uniform motions along perpendicular directions. Therefore, the components x and y of displacement r can be given as x is equal to vx into t and y is equal to vy into t. Two-dimensional motion of an object in a plane with uniform acceleration, that is, with variable velocity, is also a combination of two one-dimensional uniformly accelerated motions along perpendicular directions. Therefore, the components Vx and Vy of velocity v can be expressed as Vx is equal to ux plus ax into t and Vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. And the components x and y of displacement r can be expressed as x is equal to ux into t plus half ax into t square and y is equal to uy into t plus half ay into t square. The path of the object moving with uniform acceleration in a plane is a parabolic path. Projectile motion is an example of motion in a plane. Projectile is an object thrown with some initial velocity and allowed to move in two dimensions under the influence of gravity alone. Projectile motion is a two-dimensional motion. Therefore, two coordinates are required to specify the position of the projectile at any instant of time. A projectile moves under the combined effect of two velocities. One is a uniform velocity in horizontal direction which remains constant throughout. And the second is a uniformly varying velocity either increasing or decreasing in vertical direction under the influence of gravity. See in the diagram, a projectile is projected from the origin O with an initial velocity u at an angle theta with horizontal, that is with x-axis. Projectile rises to highest point B and then descends or falls and strikes point C at a horizontal distance OC. Here the angle theta is called angle of projection. Horizontal distance OC is called horizontal range. Time taken by the projectile to describe the path OBC is called the time of flight. It is the time for which the projectile is in air. The path OBC is known as trajectory, which is a parabolic path. To describe the projectile motion, the initial velocity can be resolved into two rectangular components, u cos theta along horizontal direction, that is along x-axis, and u sin theta along vertical direction, that is along y-axis. U cos theta remains constant as there is no horizontal acceleration. U sin theta varies under the influence of gravity. Thus, projectile motion is the combination of two independent perpendicular motions. Let a projectile be projected from the origin O with an initial velocity u at an angle theta with horizontal such that at time t is equal to 0, ux is equal to u cos theta and uy is equal to u sin theta as shown in the diagram. Suppose at time t the projectile is at a point P xy. It means projectile has covered a horizontal distance x and it has attained a height y above the origin. Let us now consider the motion of projectile along horizontal direction. As the horizontal component of velocity u cos theta is constant since acceleration ax is equal to 0. Therefore, at time t, x is equal to ux t plus half ax t square becomes x is equal to ux into t, or x is equal to u cos theta into t, which gives t is equal to x by u cos theta. You can put it equation 1. Now consider the motion of projectile along vertical direction. The vertical component of velocity u sin theta changes uniformly because of acceleration due to gravity g. At time t, the position of projectile along y-axis, y is equal to uy into t plus half ay into t square becomes y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half gt square, equation 2. And velocity vy is equal to uy plus ay into t becomes vy is equal to u sin theta minus gt, equation 3. In equation 2, y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Substituting value of t from equation 1, we get y is equal to u sin theta into x by u cos theta minus half g into x by u cos theta whole square, which is equal to tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta times x square. Here we see that y is a function of x and it has the form y is equal to ax minus bx square, which you know is the equation of parabola, where a is equal to tan theta and b is equal to g by 2u square cos square theta. Hence, the path or trajectory of a projectile is parabolic. Now consider the parameters of projectile motion. These are time of flight, capital T, maximum height attained, h max, and horizontal range, r. Time of flight is the time for which projectile remains in air, that is, time for reaching point C from origin, as seen in the diagram. Now consider equation 2 again. Y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half g t square. As y is equal to 0 at time t, when projectile is at point C, then 0 is equal to u sin theta minus half g into t whole into t. This implies that t is equal to 0 or u sin theta minus half gt is equal to 0. T is equal to 0 corresponds to the time when projectile was thrown, that is at position O. And t is equal to 2u sin theta by g corresponds to the time of flight capital T when projectile arrives at C. Therefore, t is equal to 2u sin theta by g. The trajectory of projectile is symmetrical about the midpoint B of the flight. Therefore, time of ascent is equal to time of descent, both equal to t by 2. Hence, t by 2 is equal to u sin theta by g. The maximum height attained by the projectile can be calculated using same equation 2. Y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half gt square. When time t is equal to capital T by 2, which is equal to u sin theta by g, then y is equal to h max. and hence h max is equal to u sin theta into u sin theta by g minus half g into u sin theta by g whole square. It is equal to u square sin square theta by g minus half u square sin square theta by g, which gives h maximum is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Now the horizontal range r can be derived using equation 1. X is equal to u cos theta into t. When time is capital T is equal to 2u sin theta by g, then x is equal to r, and hence r is equal to u cos theta into 2u sin theta by g, which is equal to u square by g into 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to u square by g sin 2 theta. Since sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta. Thus, horizontal range r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. Here you can see r depends on theta and u. If initial velocity u is doubled, r increases 4 times. The horizontal range is maximum when sin 2 theta is equal to 1 or 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, that is theta is equal to 45 degree. The maximum horizontal range r max is equal to u square by g. So for a given initial velocity, the horizontal range is maximum if the projectile is thrown at an angle of 45 degree with horizontal. Also, for a given initial velocity u, there are two angles of projection for which the horizontal range is same. The angles are theta and 90 degree minus theta. We know that for angle theta, r is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, which is equal to u square into 2 sin theta into cos theta by g. Now see, with angle 90 minus theta, r dash is equal to u square into 2 sin 90 minus theta into cos 90 minus theta by g, or r dash is equal to u square 2 cos theta into sin theta by g, which is also equal to u square sin 2 theta by g equal to r. Hence, r dash is equal to r, the same horizontal range. Well, with these facts of projectile motion, we are ending the lesson. In the next class, we will find out the velocity of projectile at any instant of time. See you then.